Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Elena and today I would like to show you Hoya Mitrata silver. But before I do that, I would like to thank everyone who's been so patient with me and waited for this long for me to finally make a video. Was I planning on making a video today? Absolutely not, but this Hoya that I have never showed you and I bought it a while ago decided to finally bloom for me, so I just dust off my camera and here we are. So let's just jump right into it. So let me show you this girl. She is absolutely gorgeous. She is pretty big. I want to say this is 2-foot trellis right here. Foliage on this Hoya is pretty large, you guys. I mean, you can see how long the leaves are. Some of them are smaller. And she finally bloomed for me right here. I personally don't find bloom that interesting whatsoever. It's large, it's very large. As the size of the bloom, it is the largest blooms of any Hoyas that I have, so it's pretty big. I'm not sure if you'll be able to tell in the video, but these blooms are huge. This one is not open yet. She smells pretty pleasant to me, kind of floral and citrusy, I guess. I don't know how to describe this scent, but she smells pretty pleasant, pretty strong actually. She lives in my grow tent in the basement, and anytime I come downstairs, I could smell it like right on the stairs. And my grow tent is zipped and I could still smell her downstairs. But it's very, very pleasant. It's not too overpowering or anything like this. It just blooms are just kind of okay to me. So blooms, not impressed, but the foliage on this Hoya is absolutely gorgeous. I mean, nobody can deny this. It's absolutely beautiful. She is very silver. In the back of the leaves, she has purple and neon green splashes and very bright green veining. She feels very good to me. She feels very, very smooth in the back. In the front, also smooth, but not as smooth as the back of it. So she is absolutely gorgeous. I definitely purchased her for the foliage, you guys, which I'm sure a lot of you would get her for foliage also. Before I get into the care of this Hoya, I want to tell you a little story how I purchased her. I got her actually a while ago in August of 2024, so I had her for quite some time now, and the story of acquiring her was pretty interesting. I really wanted this Hoya and nobody was selling it. I reached out to one of the sellers on Etsy, which I really liked, and I knew he sold this Hoya in the past, so I reached out to him and I asked him if he has one. Unfortunately, he's no longer on Etsy, and I'm kind of sad about it because I purchased a ton of Hoyas from him and they were always beautiful and very healthy. So I guess that was my last purchase from him. So I reached out to him and I asked if he has it. And I told him I care less if it's rooted or unrooted. Either way, I just would like to own this Hoya. And his initial response to me was, it's gonna be expensive. And I told him, oh, I know the prices. Then he told me that he's gonna be traveling for a couple of weeks. And he asked me to remind him to send me pictures. Of course, being Elena, you guys, I bugged him for 2 weeks. I really did. I really did not want him to forget because I really want this type. At that time, people were selling Mitratas, but it was a different variety, more rounded leaves. I'm sure you guys have seen them and they are beautiful, but I really wanted this kind. I just, if I'm gonna have one, if I'm gonna spend that kind of money, I want the one that I want. Finally, he sent me pictures and I just was ready to buy whatever he offers me. I didn't even care how many leaves I get. So I got this Hoya. At that point, she only had 2.5 leaves. She was rooted, she was very healthy, and pretty much she always did well for me since then. As of care, I find her super easy. She is a good grower. She never gave me any trouble. The only thing she did for me that kind of was annoying. She tried to bloom on this peduncle numerous times. As you could tell, there is so many I don't know what it's called, but there's so many times she tried to bloom. I want to say around maybe 8 times she tried to bloom for me, and she kept dropping the blooms. Before they even size up, they just fall off. So I kind of patiently waited, and finally she decided to surprise me with this. It stayed, it's bloomed, it smells, it's nice. Caring for her is super easy. I'm actually kind of surprised that they are quite expensive, and maybe it's because not a lot of people offering this Hoya. I myself only took 2 cuttings from her, and I had it on my Etsy shop, and of course they got sold pretty quickly. If you are a person who purchased one of those Hoyas from me, so here she is. This is the mother plant. She is absolutely gorgeous and absolutely worth it, you guys. The only thing I think why they're still expensive, because they are still very rare, and I think people just don't want to cut them, be honest with you. Like, I personally don't. I mean, obviously as she gets larger, and I will cut her and offer more cuttings. As of right now, I'm pretty content with the way she looks, and I don't necessarily want to do that. So even those 2 cuttings that I took from her, I only did it because the vine died back, and I'm like, okay, I guess since the vine died back, it would be a good time to take some cuttings. Other than that, I have no desire to chop her up, so at least for now. Caring for her is very easy, you guys. She's been living in my grow tent, and of course, when I just purchased this Hoya, I was so obsessed. I was checking on her every single day. I was so worried to lose her, but she kept doing well, and I finally kind of relaxed and let her be, and realized that she's actually very, very easy Hoya, you guys. I just have her in 4-inch pot right here, and then she sits in just a nice pot. As of medium right here, as I hope you guys can see, it's just orchid bark, black gold soil, perlite, I think there is charcoal, and that's about it. That's all I really have there. Pretty much just chunky, fast draining mix. Now let's talk about foliage on this Hoya. First, she started out pretty silver for me. She was closer to the light. So you can see how silver this foliage is compared to this foliage, which I don't mind at all. I think it's very pretty and very interesting. This foliage, actually, these 2 huge leaves, grew after I moved her down farther from the grow lights, because she got tall, so I had to put her on a different shelf. What I've noticed with silver on this Hoya, it's all depends on the lighting, you guys. So this silver right here, it's newer foliage, it's closer to the light, so they obviously much more silver. But be very careful placing her too close to the light, because then it's not pretty. Green becomes more yellow, and she becomes very pale and not very pretty. And this foliage right here, these 2 large leaves, they actually grew after she was placed on that shelf, so they have more green and less silver on it. But I don't mind this look. It looks absolutely beautiful, and these leaves are enormous, you guys, and you could tell they're even more green in the back than purple. They are absolutely enormous. The growing habit on this Hoya, I find it very interesting. First, she grows, I guess it's called Domatia, if I'm correct. So it grows a bunch of leaves at the bottom. I don't know if you can see maybe here. Like, there's a bunch of leaves at the bottom. And then she just grows just a couple of leaves. And then she grows another, I guess, Domatia, which is just a huge clump of foliage, which is really, really nice. I feel like with this clumps of foliage, she will fill up this trellis beautifully over time. So if you are one of those people who has this Hoya on your wish list, you guys, don't hesitate to buy. It is absolutely beautiful. I know a lot of times, even myself, when I'm purchasing something rare and expensive, I do worry if I'm gonna be able to care for it. It's kind of sad when you spend so much money and spend so much time searching for something so special, and then that just doesn't make it. It's very, very sad. But I find this one is definitely pretty easygoing. So if you guys been having this Hoya on your wish list for quite some time, don't be scared to get it. I think she'll do well for you. In fact, another thing I want to mention about this Hoya, this plant was grown in my grow tent since the beginning. I never really had her anywhere else, but the cuttings that I took that I had listed on Etsy, I did had them growing in my regular ambient environment, and they were doing just fine. I had them for at least a couple of months right here in my dining room, and they were doing just fine. So I don't find this Hoya needs any kind of special treatment. It's just really plain with light to achieve the look of the foliage that you guys prefer. Some people might want more silver, some people wouldn't mind foliage like this, which, like I mentioned before, I totally don't. I think it's still absolutely beautiful. To get this silver look on your foliage, she is under Barina T5 grow lights, but she is about 2 feet below the grow lights, and that's how silver she gets. And this is obviously about 4 feet from the grow lights. So just kind of giving you idea what kind of lighting your Hoya might prefer. I guess that's all I have on this Hoya, you guys. I really wanted to share for quite some time this beauty, especially since I've been having her for so long, you guys. And I'm finally doing it. So I'm very excited to bring you this Hoya. I'm excited that she bloomed. Would I care if she blooms again? Probably not, but overall, I enjoyed this Hoya and I enjoyed the foliage. I hope I gave you a lot of information on this Hoya. If I forgot something or if you guys have any more questions, feel free to ask in the comments below. And I will see you guys in the next video with another silver Hoya that I've been dying to show you guys for so long too. But I'm finally doing it. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.